Have you ever wondered how you go about selling on eBay? Well, in this video, I'll be going over step by step on how to sell on eBay in 2023, so you can maximize your results that will enable you to build a sustainable business. Whether you want to go part-time or full-time on eBay, I will cover it all coming up. It is so important before we start anything is that we need to figure out why we do something before we jump right into not knowing our purpose for starting an eBay business. We can feel so excited to start an eBay business that we tend to lose sight on why we wanted to start that business in the first place. So write down right now on a piece of paper why you want to start an eBay business and what is your end goal. Generating side money to pay your bills or building an empire to support you and the next generation. Get clear on why so that you can have the persistence and character to see your eBay business through the bad times and the good times. See, anyone can have a good time when things are going great. Things are going great. But that is not always the case with selling on eBay. You will have days where there's no sales, no income, bad feedback, returns. But having that vision and knowing why, then you'll be able to push through those rough patches and continue building your eBay business. I'll be going over how you can set up your eBay store and how you can start right now to start selling on eBay with just the items that are sitting around your house that are not being used. I will be guiding you through the process of creating your first eBay listing. You will learn how to find items in your area that can be easily sourced to grow your business. 90% of the items that sell on eBay sell for $20 or less. We shouldn't be worried about finding that holy grail item every time we go out sourcing. I'll be going over finding a system that can work for any lifestyle, which is the beauty of eBay. You can sell on eBay no matter your lifestyle, just as long as you remain consistent to that process. What do you want from eBay? What is it that you're looking to get out of eBay? Most people just want to make a little side income with selling just a few items here and there. But I'm here to tell you that you can build a six-figure business selling common items on eBay. It is all about building a system and a process that can accommodate what you're looking to get out of eBay. Again, this goes back to first getting clear about why you want to sell on eBay so that you can remain consistent in the pursuit of your vision for your eBay business. And if you're needing some extra help getting started selling on eBay, well then just for $1 a day, you can join my eBay mentorship program where I work with you 5 hours a week, Monday through Friday, to answer any questions that you may have and help you put a system in place that helped me reach over $100,000 in sales within my first year selling on eBay. You can find it linked down in the description below. All right, so let's jump into the computer here and I'll show you how to create a simple eBay account, and then we'll learn how to open the store that is right for you. So first thing is we're gonna go right into ebay.com and we're going to be welcomed by a screen that will say sign in or create new account. We're going to click on create new account. So when we create a new account, we're going to be prompted by either choosing a Google account, which we already have. If you already have a previous Gmail account, you could just sign in that way and it will transfer your password and your email. Or you could just go ahead and create a whole new account with a whole new email and password. So since I have already created an account, I'm just going to go ahead and enter that in right now. And basically, once you're finished creating an account, this is the first page you're going to see right here is the selling page. And when you first start out, you don't need to sign up for an LLC. You don't need to sign up for an S Corp. Just sign up as you would in your personal account, and it is going to automatically register you under a sole proprietor. And that is just fine to start. When you start doing $500,000 in sales a year, $1 million in sales a year, you can then look to starting an S Corp or an LLC, which has its tax advantages the more you sell on eBay. But right now, let's just get right into it. And we're going to go ahead and go under My eBay on the top right-hand corner of your screen. And you're going to check out your selling page. And you're just going to have a quick overview on where you can list an item, on where people have purchased items. And this is the basic overview when you just have that personal account. But we're going to be looking to sign up with a store so we could look more like an eBay business, and where buyers can buy with confidence rather than some guy just selling things out of his bathroom. We're trying to look presentable to be able to have that buyer buy with confidence and be able to see that we're doing this for the long run. So we're going to go under where on the top left-hand corner where your name is, you can see account settings. Click on account settings, and then you're going to see under the tab selling right here, you're going to see subscriptions. And this page is going to lead you to the eBay store subscription page on where you can figure out where you want a starter, basic, premium, or anchor store. And they are all divided that way depending on how many items you are starting to list. A starter store is a perfect store for anyone that is looking to just get their feet wet selling on eBay, that just wants to start off with 250 items that are free listings every month. So let's check out what that store entails and how much it costs. So we're looking at $5 a month if you sign up for the yearly subscription, and that gives you 250 free listings every month, meaning that if you list under 250 listings every month, then that is going to enable you to not have to pay that 30-cent insertion fee for every listing. So if you have more than 250 listings each month, then over 250, you're going to start getting charged that 30-cent fee. And then at the point, you're going to have to look at, well, should I pay that 30-cent fee, or should I just look into upgrading into a basic store, which gives you 350 free listings a month, and then so on with the premium and anchor store. So you're just going to have to do the math, and you're going to have to see which one is right for you. So you can see here the basic store offers 350 a month, and so on. You know, you can go with 1,000 on the premium store, 10,000 on the anchor store. It's kind of just what you want to do. I suggest if you're just starting out, just start with the starter store. And what you're going to get with this starter store is promotions. You're able to promote your items. And this is great for items that are in saturated categories, like clothing. I sell mall brand clothing, and it is very saturated. So I'm going to need to promote my items at 10% just to be able to get within that first top slot on the first page of Banana Republic, Ralph Lauren, just simple brands like that, because it's more competitive. So having access to promotions is a very good key that eBay gives you when you sign up for a store. The next thing is Markdown Manager, meaning that you can do markdown sales. So for items that are over 3 to 6 months in my store, I do a 30 to 50% markdown sale, using more eBay tools like the Markdown Manager, so the listings don't go stale. It's showing to eBay, the algorithm, that I'm trying to get these items sold. And most of the time, I would say it has to do with your price. Many people have these emotional attachments to their items that it just comes down to you are priced a little bit too high above market. So having access to the Markdown Manager within your eBay store is a great benefit and a great reason to start an eBay store for $5 a month. Another great feature is subscriber discounts. So subscriber discounts is a type of a newsletter that you can send out to your subscribers and your followers that keeps them up to date on any special coupons that you can send their way or any special deals that are going on with your store, and allows you to build a relationship with your subscribers and with your followers to have future business. That is what we're trying to do. We're trying to build customer base to be able to have future business and long-lasting, sustainable relationships for people that can come back to your store, they know what you have, and they can buy with confidence because they've bought from you before. So store homepage, meaning that you're basically just going to have this storefront with a banner, a logo, a little about me section, and they just recently upgraded it where you can have more of your featured items that you want to have on your store homepage. Another great reason to get this store subscription. So there's many features and reasons to get this eBay store and to get going for $5 a month. That is very low cost when you're looking to start any type of business. And plus, they give you a lot more back end analytics that you can look at, whether like your listing views or your impressions or how many average sales that you're getting per day. So you're able to calculate when you go out sourcing next time, should I pick up this item again or is it in demand? It gives you more data on where you want to go with your business for the future. This is where a lot of people get stuck. They think they need to find something special to sell on eBay. Well, that is only partly true, as we must try to source items that have more demand than supply. But it is not necessary when you're first starting out. Like I've said before, that you can easily start selling on eBay with just the basic items around your home. What is it that is in your closet that's been sitting in a box for 5, 20, 50 years? You will be thankful for the extra space you free up in your home. And you will find that most items in your house are not even being used. Most eBay sellers start as everything sellers, and that is perfectly fine. If you're looking to do this part-time, then staying an everything seller is perfect. But if you're wanting to generate 6 figures or go full-time selling on eBay, it is very important we eventually niche down into categories in which we can source the same items continuously. Common items lead to common sales, so being able to source those same items over and over again will help build that solid foundation for your eBay business. All right, so now we're going to be overviewing how we can go about creating a listing. So let's jump back into the computer here and we'll go over that process. So after you sign up with your store and you're ready to start to list your first item, we are going to go ahead and just list this Lucky Brand button-up shirt. I sell men's and women's pre-owned clothing, so this is what I have, but the principles apply to all items, as we are just trying to be as accurate as possible in describing our item so buyers can buy with confidence. And one thing I wanted to mention was the reason for starting an eBay store. I believe that eBay pushes you up higher in search and in ranking when you have an eBay store versus having just a personal eBay account. You can sell with a personal eBay account, but if you're trying to do this for the long run, I highly suggest checking out an eBay store for just $5 a month. So when you're on your seller overview page or on your seller dashboard, you're going to go on the top right and it's going to say list an item. So we're going to go ahead and list that shirt that I just showed you. How we're going to go about that is we're going to just describe our shirt. So this is a Lucky Brand men's button up shirt. We're just going to hit enter and we're going to be prompted with a lot of these are pre-filled out item specifics. And we're going to go ahead and create our listing from scratch because I don't know what these pre-filled out listings have in them and they may not pertain to my item. So it's very important that we do our first listing as accurate as possible because we're going to be selling similar throughout our eBay career on this one listing for future men's button-up shirts. So I just want to pay attention to here. Right here is it in the right category? Because if your item that you're listing, say you're listing video games, and it's not in the right category, maybe it's in the electronics category or in the antiques category, and you're listing a Pac-Man video game in those categories, it will never be found. No matter how well it's priced or how high you're promoting it, it needs to be in the correct category. That is so crucial that when you're starting out, make sure you're listing your items in the correct category. So we're going to double check. This is a men's shirt under men's clothing. It is a shirt and it is a casual button down shirt. Okay, so you're going to scroll all the way down and you're going to say continue without match. And you're going to see here, it's going to say confirm details. Are you listing new with tags or pre-owned? This is new with tags, but when you're listing something as pre-owned, when you're listing it as pre-owned, you want to be able to describe it. Does it have holes? Does it have stains? Isn't there any wear around the collar or whatever you may be selling? If you're selling an Xbox or a video game, does it have any scratches on the back? Really be transparent and authentic and genuine so you can get repeat buyers coming back to you. And it shows that you're not trying to hide anything. We're trying to be as transparent as possible. So this is new with tags. And once you hit that, you're going to be greeted with the new listing tool. And it's going to, first thing is we want to figure out what is the title. So what is the title? We're going to make our own title that eBay suggests. This is how eBay suggests for clothing. They suggest brand first. They suggest item second. What is the item? It is a shirt. So, and then third would be gender. Fourth would be size. And after size, it will be relevant keywords. And that is very specific on what eBay has said on how they want their titles to be for clothing. So we're going to go with brand first. Lucky brand is the brand. So Lucky brand, shirt. And then we're going to go with gender. It is a men's, size large. I don't put size, I just put large. I put L. And now we're going to add any relevant keywords. So if you are selling clothing, you want most of your titles to look exactly like this. If it's vintage, you could try putting vintage as the first word. You're just trying to get in the mind of your end buyer. What are they typing into search, right? How are they searching for things? You want to be very basic with your titles. And where you could get fancy is the keywords towards the end of your title. So Lucky brand shirt, men's large, and it is a sawtooth pocket, Western, striped, pearl snap, and then I'm going to put new with tags. Anytime something is new in box, new with tags, or new, I always put that at the end of my title to make sure my end buyer knows that, hey, this is new. It will also say in the listing as well. So it is a regular shirt. It is a large. For color, anytime that there is a dominant color, pick that. But since this has multiple colors and none are dominant, I'm going to select multicolor. It is long sleeve. Getting your item specifics down and as accurate as possible is key. We are not trying to just fill out item specifics because it's fun and it's exciting. No, we're just trying to do it so we're as detailed as possible, and we make sure that we're not making any mistakes, because these item specifics, if you choose the wrong ones, then your item is going to be showing up in different categories where you're going to have buyers click on and then click off. And there's nothing worse for your listing when buyers click on and it's showing up in Winnie the Pooh item specific, and they go, oh, this is just a Western shirt. It has nothing to do with Winnie the Pooh. So buyers are going to be clicking on, clicking off, and it's going to tell eBay that, hey, there's something wrong with this listing. So more the reason to describe your item as best as possible. Don't just fill out item specifics just because it's fun. Fabric type is next. This is a woven shirt. It is striped. It is closure is snap. And the theme is Western. And then you're going to click on more recommended, and there's more recommended for you to fill out. The main ones you need to be filling out are the required item specifics. These ones right here, those are required, and they will not let you list the item without filling those out. The recommended are kind of like extras. So what are the extras? And this is just going to come with your familiarity with the items that you're selling. So the more expert you are, the more money you can command, and the more item specifics you could fill out, which will help your item get searched more and sell faster. Accents, I'm going to put button. I'm going to put collar style. It is a spread. It is a regular fit. It is not vintage. It is a collared shirt. Material is cotton. So getting all those down quickly. And then the occasion is casual. And I usually just leave country blank unless it is vintage. And season is optional. I'll just put fall, spring, summer, winter. It's kind of an all season shirt. So next step, you're going to have add a photo. So when you're done with your photos at your listing station, you're going to want to import those photos into your computer right away. And you're going to want to pick your photos. Remember, you could do 12 to 24. eBay just recently announced that you're able to do 24 photos per listing. For clothing, I haven't seen that yet. I've only been able to do 12. So we have our 12 listings or photos on. We want to make sure that they're all cropped and clear with the measurements in the photos, and the description looks great. The description is optional. You could put things like 60-day free returns, plus same day shipping. This is where you're going to put more of your eBay policies. Do you accept returns? Do you have same day shipping? Any defects that the shirt may have, any holes, anything that you're wanting to make known to the end buyer? What is this? What is going on with this listing? And be short and concise, because the worst thing a buyer wants to see is this wall of massive text when they're looking to buy something. You just want to be very clear and very straightforward. Pricing is the next thing. I do all my pricing on a fixed pricing. I don't do auction, because auction is a way where you're not going to make as much money selling things on auction. So I don't do auction. Auction is great for more rare things. I don't do it just because it is not part of my business model. I do buy it now with best offer accepted. And how do we figure out how are we going to price our item? Pricing your items can be one of the most challenging things when it comes to listing on eBay. And this is why it's important you build the habit on checking comps. What are comps? Comps are the comparable market value according to what is the supply of the item and the demand of the item. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now real quick so we could get an idea. What price is this shirt valued at according to what eBay's market is telling us? We're going to open a new page, get onto eBay. We're going to type in Lucky Brand Pearl Snap Men's Shirt. Now, this is going to show us 1,700 are listed right now, men's Lucky Brand Pearl Snap shirts. We're going to scroll all the way down. So after we typed that in and created a new tab, we're going to scroll all the way down and we're going to hit sold items. This is going to show us how many Lucky Brand Pearl Snap shirts have sold in the last 90 days. 1,000 have sold out of 1,700 in the last 90 days. That is over a 50 to 60% sell-through rate. That means your item has a 60% chance of selling within the next 90 days if priced correctly. So I'm going to go to the top right here and go sort by highest to lowest. I want to see what is the top market value of these shirts so I could get an idea that I'm not pricing too high, but I'm not pricing too low. I price all my items at the median price. I'm not trying to get top dollar. I'm not trying to get low. I'm trying to get some of the money all the time. Not all of the money, some of the time. Remember, we are in the money-making business, not in the storage business. I don't want to be holding items longer than I need to. So you could see I have already sold a few of these shirts here. Lucky Brand, I sold that one for $54, sold this one for $54, sold this one for $69. So what that is telling me is that I have already sold similar shirts to this before. So I have priced them at $54.95. So to me, that is where I'm going to be pricing it right now, because that is the current market value. But you could see as you scroll down, people are getting $39, $29, $35. If you really want your item to sell that day, list it at $24.95. It'll be gone in a day. But if you want to get the most that you can out of your item that you bought, then maybe look to sell medium in the market, or if you have sold it in the past for a certain amount, list it at that, because you know you're confident in getting that price. And that is what the market is telling you. That is what the demand and that is what the buyers are telling you. This is what this price is worth. The price is not worth what the retail tag says. I'm sorry to say. There's retail tags out there that say $500, but that item might only sell for $19.95 on eBay. So keep that in mind going forward. Don't have an emotional attachment with your items when you're listing them on eBay. So since I've sold this before, hey, $54.95, that's what the market's telling us. It is a similar Western Pearl Snap shirt. That's what I'm going to price it at. So we're going to jump back into our listing page. We're going to type in $54.95. And now we're going to check what are we going to do with our shipping. This weighs less than a pound. So it's going to ship first class USPS, meaning that's going to ship anywhere between $3 to $6 on eBay. So we're going to go change, and we're going to select a fixed flat price that I'm going to charge the buyer. So I'm going to choose $5.95. Sometimes you can make a little bit of money on the shipping that covers your time, your packaging, and all that. So $5.95, ship your item. And then we're going to also put the next key thing here is your handling time. The faster your handling time is on eBay, the more you're gonna rank above the people that have 5 business day handling time, 2 business day handling time. What is your comfortable handling time? Is it gonna take you 1 business day to ship things out? So I suggest choosing anywhere between 1 business day to same day business day or same business day, because you're gonna be eligible for top rated seller plus, you're gonna be eligible for negative feedback protection on eBay. And this is why I choose that, because I want to rank higher than other sellers that are selling on eBay. I choose same day business and then accept returns, because accepting returns allows you to qualify for negative feedback protection. And this is key because you are going to get buyers that are going to get upset. They're going to have gum in their hair. They're going to get flat tires. They're going to have stale cereal. They're going to get angry that's out of your control. So by choosing to have free returns, you get protected by eBay. eBay's policy is to protect sellers that have free returns. So choosing to have free returns, meaning that you pay for shipping and then you offer 30 to 60 days. No one returns a shirt on day 59. No one returns a shirt on day 29. So by offering 60-day returns allows you to rank higher than the people that are having 30-day returns. So higher the better. And we're trying to just be the best, offer the best service possible to the end buyer. So choosing 60-day returns, seller pays for shipping. We're going to save that, and that template is going to copy over to future listings, so we won't have to go back and to redo all that process. And after you're done with all that, you're going to hit list, and it's going to be listed and showing up in your store, and you will have your item ready to be seen by future potential buyers if it is priced correctly, and if the photos are done well and your item specifics are filled out accurately. Your item should sell whatever the market is saying that it will sell in. You know, there's items that have a 10% sell-through rate. There's items that have 200% sell-through rate, like Arc'teryx. Yeah, so you really need to know that, hey, is this a long tail item, and am I pricing it too high? 90% of the time, the reason why something doesn't sell is because you're pricing your items too high. So getting that process dialed in with your listings and getting that habit built in, now you're able to sell similar off of this listing for your future eBay business and eBay career. Anything that is a men's button up, you can go ahead and use this as a template. All you have to do is change the brand, the size, the color, and any other item specifics that would be eligible to change that aren't similar to that previous button-down shirt. The purpose of taking the most accurate photos as possible is to give the end buyer 100% confidence in your product. So taking photos of every defect, every scratch, and every hole is very important to maintaining good account health for your eBay store. So when we don't do this, we can end up having multiple item not as described defects that could put your account in jeopardy and eventually get you suspended if not managed correctly. So taking as many photos as necessary to describe your item is key. You can take up to 24 photos of your item to list on eBay, but not all 24 is needed. So I suggest finding an area in your home, garage, or closet that you can have a designated photo station, something that does not have to be set up and broken down each time you're needing to take photos. The reason for this is to help with efficiency and ease when it comes to the photography process. Some people use a white cardboard from Michaels as a backdrop, or you can use a light box for smaller items, or you can create a vertical flat lay photo station for clothing just like this. All right, next I just wanted to cover quickly on how we can source items for our business and what items are out there that are in abundance in our area. The first thing I would look out for if you are a new reseller is the Goodwill outlets, and they're not in every state. There are a few in the Mideast and the Midwest that just don't have that option available. Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, Kentucky, West Virginia, they do not have a Goodwill outlet. But if you are in a state that does have a Goodwill outlet, the good news is that you will find these Goodwill outlet stores that are different than the retail stores that sell items by the pound. Anywhere between $1 to $2 per pound, you can find items for super cheap that you can turn around and make for a profit. You just got to do a little digging, and it can be a dirty process. but it is a way where you don't have to go to garage sales, estate sales, or worry about paying the high prices at these retail thrift stores. Is that you're looking to lower your cost of goods, especially when you're first starting out and you might not have a ton of money to invest. Paying 50 cents or 20 cents for a book, or 50 cents for a t-shirt, really can go a long way if you're able to master your category and gain knowledge in certain brands and what to look for, certain books, DVDs, VHSs. By looking at a Goodwill outlet will help lower your cost of goods, and really able to build that solid foundation of inventory that you could go out and consistently find on a repetitive process. So try to look up and see if there's a Goodwill outlet in your area, and just go and see, just get the experience. It definitely is an experience. And bring your football pads, because people can get a little crazy in there. So see if you have one nearby. Another option was a game changer for me, and this changed my life for the better, was about 8 months ago, I got the idea of posting a Facebook ad in local buy and sell groups on Facebook. So I did this, and I was able to buy 4 storage units full of vintage new with tag items, clothing items, for pennies on the dollar. I think I paid around 70 to 80 cents per item. And this was all through just posting a simple Facebook ad in local buy and sell groups. A lady from a storage unit reached out and said they had all these units full of all these clothes that they just wanted gone. So this is free, and this is something you don't have to pay for. And when you're first starting out, we're trying to save our precious capital to buy inventory, not to market our items or business, right? So we want to take advantage of that. Join 20 to 30 local buy and sell groups in your area. Create an ad just like this. Go on Canva and put "we buy" whatever you're looking for. We buy shoes, we buy electronics, we buy toys, video games, and create a brand list within that ad, so you don't have a lot of people reaching out to you that just have a bunch of random items that you're not looking for. So create that ad on Canva and put that brand list so you can narrow down the people that are going to be reaching out to you, and it's free. So another great option is estate sales, garage sales. Those can be great to mix in your sourcing habits. Anything, in my opinion, is better in my area than going to the retail stores, thrift stores that are charging $10 for a pair of Wrangler jeans, $14 for a pair of Nike shoes. The person at the garage sale or the estate sale is going to be priced much lower than that, because they only have a certain amount of time to get rid of those items. So adding in estate sales, garage sales, local church sales, you're able to get items for much cheaper and add that into your sourcing. And if you're just listing a few items a day, you don't need to do all 3. Stick with one and get really good at it. If the Goodwill bins is for you, then go for it. And it's not for everyone. But if posting a Facebook ad is for you, then go all in on that. Focus on what is good for you and what meets your lifestyle. That if you're doing a full-time job in addition to eBay, then your time is limited. So just choose one thing and get really good at it. Those are some alternatives for sourcing that I would suggest when you're first starting out on eBay. If you're working a full-time job or have the responsibility of watching your kids, then it's important that we fit eBay into our lives that we feel comfortable with. Once we find a time to do the photos, the listing, and get all the shipping done, then we can develop a system and a process that can be repeatable. This is the key, because once we narrow down the time in which we can get all of our eBay processes done, then we just need to continue. And as we continue, we will eventually build great habits and get faster at that photography process and the listing process and all of what goes into eBay. We will develop habits that will continue to work for us while not sacrificing our full-time job or family responsibilities. You can choose to do eBay when your kids go to sleep, or before your family wakes up, or when you're done with your 9 to 5, then 5 to 9 is your time to get your eBay work done. That is the beautiful thing about eBay. Work it to fit your lifestyle, but remain consistent throughout the process. Doing something over and over again is just like a professional athlete that takes 100,000 free throw shots just to perfect their craft. It is no different with eBay. The more you put into it, the more you will get out of it. I aim to be as efficient as possible because I have other responsibilities to attend to. When you can dial in your system and continue day after day with your photos, your listings, shipping, and sourcing habits, then the compound effect will work with you rather than against you. And after about a year or two, you will find that you have a business that you were able to work yourself out of that full or part-time job. So selling on eBay has changed my life, and in my opinion, there is no greater opportunity than right now than to start selling on eBay. The return on investment for buying something for $1 and then selling it for $20 is something to get excited about. Plus, the skills you will obtain and the relationships that you will build will change your life for the better. So maybe you're just needing some help finding some items to list in your eBay store. So you can check out this What Sold video right here, and you can find out what exactly is selling in our eBay store right now.